Welcome to the Smarketing Show, hosted by award-winning B2B sales performance coach Rick Lambert, who has been selected by many of the world's most recognized companies to help them market and sell to win. Let's join Rick now.
Hello, welcome to the Smarketing Show. You know, a lot of you are wondering, what do you do with your marketing dollars? How do you drive new business, new sales opportunities, new business partnerships? And I thought, what about the Chamber of Commerce? And I've got the perfect person today for you to hear why join your local Chamber of Commerce, Christine Mitchell. Now, Christine, could you let our folks know a little bit about your background and what you do right now at the Saugeen Stores Chamber?
Hey, Rick, thank you so much for having me on the program today. It's my pleasure. I am Christine Mitchell, and I own a company called The Car Lady Canada. We host after-sales seminars at car dealerships across Canada. And I'm currently working with the Saugeen Shores Chamber of Commerce and doing outreach and engagement.
So you do an awesome job. You sold me on joining the chamber very quickly because I was not that aware, to be honest, of all the great things you do and the folks at the chamber. Maybe start.
I like to give value for money though, Rick, right? Like, don't join if I can't help you.
Well, as we talked about before, one of the questions I think business leaders would ask themselves before joining a chamber is, okay, what's my opportunity cost? Do I join the chamber and have my people go to the meetings, or do I invest in a digital marketing campaign or whatever? Yeah. And I think just before we came on and recorded, you said your phone kind of rings a little bit every day. Is that correct?
Yeah, the phone rings all day at the office. My email's buzzing all day. My cell phone's buzzing all day because people typically use the chamber as a resource. Visitors and guests and community members look to the chamber to provide them with information about businesses and resources in our community. So yesterday I got 2 phone calls, one person looking for a virtual assistant and one person looking for a reference for some contracting. So luckily I was able to pass on the names of our chamber members.
Perfect. So, I mean, it's for those of you that are looking for lead generation, which I talk about with our clients every day from sales and marketing. I think the chamber has, there's a lot to be said about the old school fabric and fiber of networking with people. I know you've done a great job virtually at the Saugeen Shores Chamber, keeping people together through what we've been through, and now you're getting back in person. Let me ask you this. What are some common questions that you would get from people as they maybe sit on the fence and kick tires at joining the chamber?
Yeah, we get a lot of questions, Rick. The top 3 that I get, the number 1 is, Christine, do I have to go to any meetings? They don't have time. They don't want to go to a meeting, right? And I say that's up to you. We do have different committees. We've got an events committee, an advocacy committee. We've got different committees. If you'd like to come and be a part of that, great. If you don't, cool. It's up to you, whatever you want to put into it. The second most important question I get is, Christine, how many events do you have? So we've got different opportunities for networking. We've got one group called NRG, which is a direct networking referral group for B2B business contacts. And of course, we always have our business after hours. And then throughout the year, we have special events as well. So on March 8th, we're having a women's breakfast for International Women's Day. We have breakfast with the mayor. We have a golf tournament. So there's lots of different opportunities through the year for members to network with each other.
Now, let me ask you this, because our audience viewing now would be, a lot of American business people in addition to Canadian business people. What would you say is the profile of the attendee at these events? In other words, is it typically a decision maker that would attend an event or engage, or because people may wonder, hey, am I going to meet with the right people, if I may call it that?
Yeah. The events are open to anybody who joins the chamber. And it's interesting, when you join the chamber as a business owner, your employees then can be a chamber member as well. So if you're not available to go to an event, you could certainly send your second in command or somebody from your organization. The networking for the business after hours typically is a little more informal. It's a glass of wine, going around and meeting people. And the chamber is all about what you want to put into it. Like, I can lead you to water, but I can't make you drink. So when I say that about the business decision makers, typically the business owners are at the event. And again, they get an opportunity to meet other business owners and make connections, like a website developer, like a person who does interior design, a photographer. Anybody can join the chamber.
So again, a lot of our clients would say, hey, okay, what's my return on this investment, that investment? We talked about, I'm just thinking, what are the benefits for those that may have been a chamber member in the past and they've kind of got away from that during the COVID era, we'll call it, and are rethinking it. like, what would you say are the main benefits of becoming a chamber member again, or reviving your commitment to the chamber that you're a member of?
Yeah. The biggest benefits of joining the chamber, of course, is that advocacy. I mean, traditional chambers and boards of trade were always known as an advocacy committee that spoke on behalf of businesses, the Ontario Chamber of Commerce, the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, that spoke to businesses on a federal, provincial, and municipal level. Most of the people that join the chamber that I get to know typically are interested in the networking aspects of that, but we do have advocacy for those who are interested in it. The cost for joining the chamber is very inexpensive. I think people have an idea of what that's going to cost. For example, for an entrepreneur like yourself, the cost for joining the chamber for a year is $209 for the year. That's less than Netflix per month. And yet I can connect you to 380 people in our community that own businesses just like yours. So the cost return is very inexpensive. We're an extension of your marketing budget. And the return on the cost return is very low compared to what we offer. For example, when you join the chamber, we put your business on our directory. When you join the chamber, we announce you in our newsletter to 1,500 connections, as well as our social media, again, another 3,000 or 4,000. We can connect you to other business owners when they call and ask questions. We can connect you to visitors and newcomers to our community when they call and ask questions. As a chamber member, you're always put first, and that's important.
Yeah, I think you make a good point because, in my mind, before I became one of your members, thanks to your awesome overview, I was thinking of the chamber primarily as, you go to the meeting and that's pretty much it. But I think a lot of people forget all the work you folks do at the chamber to give them a shingle and talk about, what you do to businesses inquiring. And it really is a community type of play. Hey, I'm sure that there's some best practices you've seen during your tenure there at the Saugeen Shores Chamber, things to do and maybe not to do as a chamber member. Maybe you could share a few of those in a highlight reel for our audience.
Yeah, some things to do. I like to concentrate on the positive. I'm not sure there's anything not to do, but let's concentrate on the positive of joining the chamber. If you want to engage with other chamber members, please come to our events, right? But there's also some members, I'll be honest with you, like there's a guy who's a developer in town. He doesn't need to meet anybody else. He's got all the business he can handle. He said to me, you know what he said? Christine, I like you and I dig what you do. I understand that you're a nonprofit organization that puts the money from my membership back into our community. And I'm all about that. But I'm not coming to a meeting and I don't need to meet anybody new. And I said, great. Thanks for being clear up front. But if you would like an opportunity to come to something and participate in something and be heard and known in our community, I'm the girl to call.
Well, so things to do would be obviously do it to support the community. Have you seen people make mistakes though at chamber meetings? And what I mean by that is, I describe LinkedIn, for example, Christine, and congrats, by the way, on the work you're doing locally to help people get up on that platform. I think it's a no-brainer for business to business people, but it is the watering hole where decision makers hang out. But I think, I describe LinkedIn as kind of the ultimate chamber of commerce meeting in a digital sense where everybody you'd want to meet is there. And the mistake I think a lot of people make on LinkedIn is they're too aggressive too fast. And you've been to enough chamber meetings where, and even the ones I've attended, in some cases here in London, my home city, as well as yours, some people come on and they're too salesy, and I think people forget that it's a social business thing. And I just wonder if you had any tips in terms of what to do or not to do as a member, in addition to obviously attending. That would be a good idea.
Well, the best thing about being a member, and to that point, is the same thing as about you becoming a member with me, right? Being a good member is the same value that I provide you with a membership, is that's to be of value. How can I be of value to you, right? How can I be top of mind? So if you come in and all you do is say, hi, my name is so-and-so, I sell these, this is what I got, come and give me a call. People don't get a feeling for what value you really bring. You want to be top of mind, just like LinkedIn, right? Today I just hosted, like you said, that meeting. And I want to do that for my members to help them get engaged. But again, there is a fine line between pitch and social, and you want to be social, and the chamber encourages that. This is why I think to your point, I think I do well with the chamber because I'm a social person and I like to encourage people to be social. Let's learn about you, to be of value, right? So if you're going to give me the money to join the chamber, let me show you the value.
Absolutely. And, I was excited to have you on today because you represent kind of a hybrid. You're a very successful business person that started as a mechanic, I believe, and went all the way through to international tours where you go around and coach people how to basically understand the knobs and buttons on the car they drive, which is kind of important. And then you've evolved into a awesome, person that represents a local chamber. And I think
I just love business, right, Rick? It's Main Street, back street, virtual street. Business is business, and I love being in business.
And I think chamber's an intersection not enough people kind of rethink as they, look at holistically their marketing strategy. And that's why I wanted to have you on today. There's something to be said about old school folks. And I think chambers, you'd be surprised how advanced they are right now. And if nothing else, if you're looking for top of funnel, quote unquote, opportunities, networking, I don't know a better forum right now than the Chamber of Commerce. And you may want to consider as part of your marketing mix. Hey, Christine, thank you so much for making me feel welcome, providing me with opportunities at your Chamber of Commerce, and letting our audience know, why they may want to rethink the chamber in their local market.
Thanks so much, Rick. I appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. Keep up the great work, and because I think you're helping me and so many.
Hashtag Saugeen sure strong.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks. Thanks for joining me today. Thank you for watching this Smarketing Show.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Smarketing Show. If you enjoyed today's show, please like, share, and subscribe to get the latest B2B insights to help you market and sell to win.